like to welcome everybody to Unity of Calgary on this fabulous sunny Sunday morning, October 26th. And it's going to be our privilege today to have Teresa White bringing us through an experience with her gong. I've actually had the opportunity to be in one of what we referred to at that time as a gong bath. I don't know if it's the same terminology now. And it's quite an experience. So be prepared to travel somewhere with the gong. It's quite a thing. We're going to start this morning with a song called "There's Enough Love," and it's on the in the new song sheet books that were just printed up. And "There's Enough Love" is on page 3. So if you have a songbook within arm's reach and you feel inclined, look on page 3, and we'll start with "There Is Enough Love." And don't be shy, you're allowed to sing along. There is enough love here inside this room to heal my heart of all that it's been through. There is enough love here right where we are. I'll let that love come flowing through my heart. There is enough love here inside this room to heal your heart of all that it's been through. There is enough love here right where we are. So let that love come flowing through your heart. All right, should be some love flowing through some hearts already. There is enough love here inside this room to heal our world of all that it's been through. There is enough love here right where we are. Let that love come flowing through our hearts. All right, we're going to do the first verse all over again, seeing as everybody's familiar with it now. This is our chance to really make some noise. There is enough love here inside this room to heal my heart of all that it's been through. There is enough love here right where we are. Let that love come flowing through my heart. I'll let that love come flowing through my heart. Well, that was certainly a stellar achievement. Thank you very much, everybody. And just because you did so well on that one, we're going to do one more. It's called "World of Abundance," and I believe that's on page 7. And that one you're also allowed to sing along if you feel so inclined. Or you can just hum along, or you can tap your toes along, or you can do whatever along you would really feel called to. so grateful for this life I have to live. And I am so grateful for all I have to give. For I live in a world of abundance, in a true never-ending source from above. Yes, I live in a world of abundance, with a life overflowing and a heart full of love. And I am so grateful, for I know my path is blessed by love so full and graceful. Can trust in every step, for I live in a world of abundance, in a true never-ending source from above. Yes, I live in a world of abundance, with a life overflowing and a heart full of love. And we're going to sing that chorus one more time. For I live in a world of abundance, in a true never-ending source from above. Yes, I live in a world of abundance, with a life overflowing and a heart full of love. Where do we live? In a world of abundance. All right. And I think this is the part where I get to hand it off to Katie, and she gets to make sense out of all the wreckage that I just left behind.
All right. Good morning, everyone. And good morning to the people who are tuning in. And you might be seeing this later, so it could be good afternoon or good evening. What is nice is that it's also on YouTube, so if at a later time you wanted to go back and look at any of it, that you can do that. So my name is Katie Grinham, and I've been part of the spiritual leadership and just kind of making things hum along here for a long time. It is my passion and my pleasure to be of service in this way. And this morning we're going to come together with our hearts and our minds, because we know that as we come together in spiritual community, there's something that's stronger and more, at least for myself, connected than when I just meditate alone. Anybody else find that? It's easier to hold the energy. It feels stronger, more connected, and so I'm just delighted that you are all here. And if it is your first time here, a very warm welcome. We're delighted that you've come and, taken the chance to do something new and see how that is for you. It takes a bit of courage to get out of our comfort zone and to actually come and do that. So, well, let's begin with our prayer of protection. And a big thank you to Deborah for putting together, Deborah McDonald, our new books, right? Yes. And so on page 8 is actually our prayer of protection. I think most people know it, but if you don't, it is on page 8. I'll give you a moment to locate that. And together we will affirm, the light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God watches over me. Wherever I am, God is, and so is well. Very good. Well, and I'd like to call up Susan Daughtry to read our Daily Word. And the Daily Word is a presentation, publication rather, that's been put out for over 100 years. And it is, just like it says, something that you can read on a daily basis to keep you centered and flowing and out of the bramble bushes, shall we say, when our minds get too busy about things that aren't good for us. So please welcome Suzanne.
The daily word for today is discover. As I discover, I learn and grow. My life is a journey of discovery. Over the years, I may have traveled to other lands, discovering new cultures and landscapes. Through my explorations, I have learned all kinds of things and grown in all kinds of ways. My spiritual life has been a journey of discovery as well. Through my spiritual practice, I have deepened in my understanding of God and of myself as a spiritual being. I have discovered new landscapes within myself as I have communed with God in prayer and have changed my life through the power of my thinking. As long as I live, I will find more to discover. Questioning, learning, and growing help me discover the wonders within and all around me. Call to me, and I will answer you, and will tell you great and hidden things that you have not known. Jeremiah 33:3.
Sorry, I'm just going to turn that leg around so we don't trip on there. Thank you very much, Suzanne. And if you would like to be one of our daily word readers, we would just love to have your voice and your presence up front here. And we do have a little sign-up sheet where you can put down the Sunday that works best for you. Okay, well, this morning we're going to do things a little bit differently because of our special presenter. So let's do our statement of being, which I believe is also on page 8. Is it, Deborah? Okay, on page 8. And so we're going to say that together. And then I'm going to call up our lovely guest this morning, and we'll do the second part of it together. So let's affirm. Unity of Calgary is committed to life in the vibration of love. And I too am committed to living in the love vibration. Well, there couldn't be a person that I know that lives into this more fully than Teresa White. I suggested to our spiritual leadership to invite Teresa to come to share her gifts. I've known her for a few years and taken her Kundalini Yoga. We both live out in Okotoks, and I have found that practice, and oh, it's the president of the board whose phone is going off. I assume the rest of you have your phones off. I just had to give you a hard time there. Yes, yes, yes. See, that's the joy of community. You can, give each other a little encouragement and humor. So Teresa is a Kundalini yoga instructor and teacher trainer, and she's been doing this for well over 20 years. She guides participants in breath work, meditation, movement, and sound therapy, blending yogic wisdom with scientific based practices like Oxygen Advantage. Teresa's passion is helping people connect with their inner capacity to self-heal, using breathing to build awareness, resilience, and vitality. Her holistic approach supports individuals of all ages in navigating anxiety, PTSD, grief, insomnia, and a long list of ailments, as well as that empowerment, getting to that more empowered place within yourself, restoring balance, and to live fully. And so today she's going to be speaking a little bit about that, but also leading us in a meditation with the gong. But I thought, as we do usually our toning of the five sounds, who better than to ask the woman who does that all the time? Please welcome Teresa. So do you want, just going to stand here at the mic? Okay.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. It's a great gift to be here. So I believe one of the things that... Okay, there we go. All right, so one of the things that we do here is to attune and to bring in that resonance, that beautiful vibration of that's very heart-centered. So what I'd like to invite you to do today is we're going to use a sound current that vibrates at the heart that might be a little different from what you usually do. And the sound is hum, H-U-M. And this vibration is beautiful because we can engage it from our navel and move it upward into the heart, and it vibrates here in the lips, and that vibration moves through the head, and it allows a beautiful biological happening in our brain as well as in our sinuses, and it brings a deep sense of relaxation. So when we hum, and we make the sound hum, and we seal the lips, we vibrate here at the sinuses, and it actually produces nitric oxide, which is a very important molecule we need when we breathe, and bring that into the lungs, and it helps our nervous system relax. And so it brings an immediate sense of well-being. And hum is also, in the yogic tradition, the sound current of the heart chakra. And so it's very beautiful way of opening. So as we chant the sound current this morning, I invite you to picture a beautiful green light emanating from the center of your chest, from the heart chakra, and let that sound current ripple through your body, but through each and every cell as you feel the vibration. So when we say hum, pull your navel in a little bit as you start the sound, and that will help to project it up and out. Okay, so we'll close the eyes if you feel comfortable. And if you wish, you can place your hand on your heart center, if that feels true for you. Otherwise, just simply in your laps. And we'll take a deep breath in and begin. Hum. And again. Hum. And sit for a moment in the resonance and vibration of the sound current. Feeling into your heart center. Connecting to a deep inner peace. Beautiful. And take a deep breath in. And exhale. All right, so I'm very excited to present this morning. Thank you again for inviting me into the space. So my journey with you today is to anchor in, I believe that the theme for this month is zeal. And to tie in with that one of your principles of I am, and moving in through that into what is my purpose? How do I move forward with purpose in this life? So that's always I always think the purpose is something that we're always very, we seem to occupy ourselves a lot with that terminology in life. It's like, what am I here to do? What's my purpose? What am I meant to do in this lifetime? And I often think we sometimes overcomplicate it, and we can cause us a lot of stress because we might get to the later stage of life and you go, oh my goodness, what have I done? Or what haven't I done? And we can, and so I think it's really important to redefine what purpose is in terms of who am I, what am I, and why am I here? So for me, and I'm sure in terms of this community, I believe that zeal is the living expression of spirit moving through you. It is that awakening, that inner flame. So it's not just about enthusiasm or temporary excitement. It's the awakened life force, prana. So prana is life force that comes through you and from the breath, but it rises from within. And for us, prana and vitality is something that kind of resides here at the navel. It's like our life force. So if you think you've got a strong navel, it's like you can really push yourself through things that might be challenging. And so when we have zeal, we're kind of digging into that vitality, that it's like our little storage tank of power. That's how I sort of relate to that. And so we want that zeal to be there. And the good thing is we have an abundance of zeal. It's always within us. Vitality, zeal, whatever you want to call it. It's not that you don't have it. It's just we have to learn how to awaken it. We have it through our entire lifetime. So zeal arises when the soul is consciously breathed into the present moment. I like to think so anyway. So your breath is definitely the key aspect, the key component to how do we awaken zeal. So for us to be fully present in each moment, we then are automatically, when we're present, we are authentically expressing ourselves. We're an authentic expression of our soul. So through the breath, imagine the breath is like the spark. So when we breathe consciously, and I'm not just talking about we all get up, we breathe, we don't think about it because it's an involuntary action that we're gifted with. We don't have to think, oh, I now need to breathe again and again and again. But when we consciously have a relationship with our breath, that is when zeal is ignited. A radiant inner fire that energizes your consciousness. So it's going to wake you up. And it aligns you with your divine identity. And it compels you to move forward with purpose because you're aligned with your soul. It's not that we're sort of just on the hamster wheel of daily life. We're like, oh my goodness, I've just got to go and do this, this, and this, and I'm just running from one thing to the next. And when was the last time I actually had a relationship with my breath? Today. Yesterday, the week before, I don't know. I know some days I really feel like I don't even know. I don't even remember the last time I took a full deep breath because I feel like I'm just running, putting out fires, And let's face it, globally, the collective consciousness is a little frantic right now, a little chaotic. So it's really important for us to anchor into our breath, to feel that we always have that choice to connect to our inner peace and our calm no matter what's going on around us. We're not victims to that wave of chaos that is always there. It's always there. Let's face it. All right. So what I'd like to do, just to start, I'd like to invite you to have a conscious engagement with your breath for a few moments. So we already did some beautiful chanting, which I don't know about you, but that just sounded exquisite, and it was just a beautiful resonance in here. And it is that resonance, it's vibration, and we all vibrate on various levels of frequency. When we come in together in a group and we do something like we chant together collectively, we are all in resonance of each other, and that vibration felt very high, very beautiful. So breath is no different. When we breathe consciously, we elevate our frequency and our vibration. So if you place your one hand on your heart, one on your belly, and again, if you want to keep your eyes open, please do so. Sometimes when we close the eyes, it allows us to go a little bit more inward and without that distraction. And through the nose, if possible, just focus on your breath. Just notice how you're breathing. Taking the breath in and out. And feel the rise and fall of your chest. And the rise and fall of the belly. Feel how the air comes in through your nostrils. Notice the temperature of it, the texture of it. Integrate all the beautiful sounds that are filtering in. It's all part of the experience. And also notice how your breath changes on your exhale. How does the breath feel as it comes out compared to when it goes in? So it allows you to just stay very present in each moment. And then if you're able, try to breathe a little bit more deeply by widening your rib cage as you inhale. Make your rib cage go wider out to the sides towards your arms. And by doing that, your navel should automatically get a little tighter, a little stronger. And this allows you to take more breath in, more prana, more life force. Beautiful. So with each breath, you're not just breathing in air, you're breathing in spirit. You're breathing in God. And breath is how your soul speaks to you. There's no future breath. There's no past breath. There's only the sacred breath of this present moment. So you can remain like this if you wish. You can drop your hands down, and I'm just going to share a little bit more about the breath, having that experience of being fully present. So the breath is really, if we look at it, it is our soul in motion. So the breath is our direct connection to our soul. So every conscious breath pulls in prana. So the prana is that life force energy, and it awakens your inner vitality. And when you breathe with awareness, you literally are breathing your soul into your body. Not that it isn't in your body, but you're now conscious of it. Like, oh, yes, I have this beautiful relationship with my soul. When we lose that connection to breath, we are feeling, we might feel like we're all over the map. You know, we're just flailing. We're literally running from one place to the other, like I mentioned earlier. That is because when we not consciously in relationship with the soul, we often feel like we have this gap to our connection of who we truly are. And that is the void that we're not, the soul is there, the breath is there, but we're not engaging the two. And so the more unconscious we live, when we're not connecting to what we do in every moment, the wider that gap becomes, and the less fulfilled we feel, the more of that void. We might wake up feeling like, oh, there's something missing in my life. I don't know what, I'm meant to be doing something. I don't know what my purpose is. I'm feeling lost. I'm not on my path of destiny. And that simply is it comes through the breath, and that's how we feel that deep connection. So when you feel like that, take a few breaths, realign yourself, and make that deep connection. So the prana is the food of the soul, so that life atom that comes through the breath. And it is, so when you're feeling depleted in vitality, in zeal, breathe more. It's very simple. And I think we have a tendency as humans to overcomplicate things. It's really not that complicated. Thank goodness, that's the good news. So just, and you know, it's not a matter of like doing a big and then keep going. You have to stop and take a few conscious breaths. And that doesn't mean just inhale and hold till you're going to burst, because that's often what we do. We need to inhale and remember to let it go. It's the exhale is as important as the inhale. Otherwise, we're just holding on to everything really tightly, and then it becomes even more frantic. So the soul's expression is through the breath, and it's all about purpose. So when we ignite zeal through the breath, so we've used the breath to create that spark, and it ignites zeal as that inner flame in our from my perspective, I say it's at the navel, it's through the body, of course, but where you feel that, oh, I've got that charge of energy, I can get up and do what I need to do today. The zeal is really flowing through you, and it's saying, yes, I'm alive, yes, I'm here, and yes, I am ready to express my purpose. And it's the sacred enthusiasm that arises from not external stimulations, but from your internal realization that I am. I am. That's all I don't need to be anything else than I am. And that's beautiful, because we put all these expectations on ourselves that we have to be something. No, we don't. We just have to be. Be conscious and present. And that is your purpose in this life. So the soul's purpose is to be present. It's not to go and save the world, because by being present, you are saving the world. Because it gets you back into your heart center, and it gets you back to feeling that authenticity of, what am I here to do? I'm here to live a life of love. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. It's that simple. What are we here to do? What's the highest vibration we have that we can experience? It's love. It's not about going out to, get all the money you can, or the big house, or the car. It's all it is that we need to be in authentic relationships with each other, but most importantly, an authentic relationship with your soul, with yourself. And that is the most powerful thing there is. So we don't have to complicate this at all. That's the great news. So, just check the time here. Okay. So conscious breath gives us choices. So when we're not conscious, what are we attaching to? We're attached to ego, the little I am, or let's put it this way. There's something where we can say, I am. That's ego. That's my identity. That's me disconnected to you. Because we all feel like we're finite beings. We're very personal. This is my space. That's your space. And I have all my own values, my beliefs, my attachments, my stories. And the ego wants to identify with, with saying, well, I'm worried, I'm stressed, I'm the greatest, I'm so successful, I'm a doctor, I'm a teacher, I'm a mother, I'm a father, I'm a son, I'm a daughter, whatever it is. That's our tendency. Of course it is, because we're human. That's what we do. But what we do then is keep ourselves very small, and we stay attached to the big I and the little am. I am something, because the ego is going to say, I'm what? It's always looking to attach to something. And that's what's really the difference between I am, period. I just am. I'm here right now in this moment, and that's all I need to do is to be. So in every conscious inhale that you take, you create a beautiful spaciousness in your mind to be quiet. So the mind is actually what gives you all that chit-chatter and attachment. So when you inhale and it's conscious, you create that space. And with every gentle, passive exhale, when you're not like forcing things, you help reset your nervous system. And that allows you to release what you no longer need, because you can relax. You can let it go. And in that pause, it gives you an opportunity to choose to do something different to what you did a moment before. And the good news is that every breath gives you a new opportunity. You don't have to keep doing what you did for the last 20 years, for a lifetime. You have a choice to change that at any time. And your breath gives you the gift of that opportunity. And the zeal is sort of in the background. It's fanning, that the flames are giving you that action and that energy that you need to make those changes, because it's very hard. Let's face it, it's hard to change habits when we are when we've done them for our entire life. They feel very normal. They feel very, what I call is sometimes a dark normal. They may not be good, but boy, are they comfortable. So we just keep doing the same thing, because it's rather the devil you know than you don't know. But what if we did something different that might serve us, serve our soul? So breath will give you the opportunity to find different perspective, and perhaps feel more compassion for yourself and for others in the present moment. So the breath is the bridge to embracing I am. Okay, so when we go into that space of I am, we are infinite, we are transcendent, we are in spirit, we are spiritual beings. And there's no limitations. It's boundless. It's beautiful. And that's really where our soul longs for us to be at the most of the time in our life. And that's so we can experience the essence of who we really are. Okay, so let's go and let's try and experience some of that and wake up the zeal and attach to that sense of attached to the unattachment of I am, because let's face it, it's when we say I am, do you find your mind wants to automatically go to some kind of thing? Even if it's I'm comfortable, I'm enjoying myself, I'm bored, I wish this would hurry up, whatever it is. We have dialogues that run all the time, and they're so subconscious we don't even know half of the ones that are going. So when we really engage with the breath, it's like we kind of put a spoke in the hamster wheel and stop it spinning, and just for a moment. And even if it's for 10 seconds, you give yourself that reprieve of full present consciousness. Fantastic. And then, of course, the mind's going to hijack you, because like, whoa, this is different. I'm not running my usual dialogue, my usual inner chatter. Let's go back to what we were doing, and then you might catch it again in another 10 seconds. Come back to the breath. It's a game. And that's the mind wants us to play. But we're always in charge. We can make a different choice at any time, because we are I am. We are all of that. So when we step into that bigger vibration and that higher vibration of who we truly are, all those little attachments, they have less hold on us. So what I'll do is I'm going to guide you through just a very simple breath meditation. And then I'm going to move into playing the gong as you continue to breathe, so that you can, first of all, just feel the vibration of your breath initially, and then feel the sound current of this gong. So a universal gong encompasses all the frequencies of the universe. That's why it's called the universal gong. It is, it has, well, it's hard to describe, but basically, let's say from a scientific level, it will help to because there's so many different frequencies, it will help to recalibrate and reorganize the nervous system. And it helps to harmonize and balance your endocrine system as well. And it has a beautiful capacity to sometimes stop the mind, just because of there's so many sound currents happening. If you've never experienced this, then sometimes people may feel a little antsy, they may want to move, and that's the energy recalibrating in the body. That's the nervous system trying to reorganize itself. So I invite you to, obviously I never do anything that doesn't feel good for you, but kind of just be a vessel, a container to allow that sound to just move through you, and hold the space for yourself to reorganize and to have that experience, and stay connected to the breath throughout, because the breath will carry you through it. So the breath will create that spaciousness for you to maybe have a different experience in this moment. All right. So again, sitting comfortably. So we'll breathe and we'll sit in the chairs, and then if you do want to lie down for this gong, I believe Katie did bring a couple of mats, but otherwise feel free to just sit. It's whatever you prefer. Katie, did you want to? You can lie down if you wish. Otherwise, you can just sit. I'll leave it totally up to you. Okay. All right. So again, just sitting comfortably. What's important is if you can elevate the spine as much as possible, because that makes space in the body for your lung capacity to expand. When we bring the breath in, all sorts of wonderful things happen in the body. But we need to engage make as much space for that to happen. So, so we're going to start by gently closing the eyes down, and just shake out your shoulders a little bit, bring them up to the ears, and then relax them down, and roll them if that feels good for you, and then let them rest comfortably on your lap. And we'll begin by doing a inhale for 4 seconds. So we're going to do a count of 4 for the inhale, and then we'll hold the breath at the top of the inhale for another count of 4, and then we'll exhale out for a count of 6. So you want your exhale to be a little longer than the inhale. And again, if you find that it's a little bit too long for the count, then adjust and make everything a little shorter. So let's start together. So if you feel comfortable, eyes are gently closed. If you want to, you can place your hand on your navel or your heart center, whatever feels good for you. And we'll begin by inhaling. Hold the breath. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Continue this breath pattern now. Keep following the breath, follow the count, stay as present as you can. As you breathe in, you'll feel that beautiful life force coming in with the inhale. And as you pause that breath at the top of your inhale, that is where the transformation happens. It gives you that opportunity to choose something different, invite something new into your space. And with every exhale, you can release everything that is not in your truth. The breath is your divine access to your soul and your access to the universal wisdom that flows through you always. Continue to breathe this way, and as you breathe in, mentally vibrate, I am. And when you exhale, vibrate present. I am present. And that pause in between will allow you to make that choice. And notice the mind, notice the thoughts, and then lovingly let them go without any attachment. So if you've noticed now that you've been thinking about something, be neutral and let that thought go and come back to focusing on the breath, on the affirmation of I am present. And then inhale deeply and suspend your breath. Exhale. And relaxing the breath now, keeping the eyes closed if that's comfortable for you. Allow this intention, this prayer, to rest at your heart center. With every breath, I awaken my soul. With every breath, I ignite my zeal. I breathe in life. I breathe out purpose. I am the living expression of divine energy. And gently open the eyes. Now we're going to have a little bit of fun with playing with this identity of I and I am. So if you can just bring one arm up and place it in front of the heart center a few inches away. So sort of like this. So we're going to just play with the emphasis of words. So we're going to start here in sort of the mid-range, away from the chest. And we're going to say the words as we pull the hand towards the chest. So probably not touching the chest, just a little bit. We're going to say the word I am. So emphasize I. And then we're going to move it away to where we started. And then we're going to go, I am. And we're going to project that outward into our aura. So it will sound like this. I am. 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 And inhale with your hand on your heart center. And exhale. And relax. So again, feeling into that sense of expansion. So when we resonate with I am, it's big, it's beautiful, it's beyond the skin, it's beyond just this body. And feeling into that is really important. Okay, so I'd like you to go back into your breath now. So eyes gently closed, and I'm going to start playing the gong. And again, just allow that energy to flow through you and stay very connected to your conscious breathing. Together, take a deep breath in. And through the mouth, let it go. And again, inhale deeply. And through the mouth, let it go. And one more time. And exhale. And then repeat after me. I am life. I am energy. I am zeal in action. Breath is a sacred invitation to return to your soul. In every moment, your breath gives you the power to begin again, to choose presence, purpose, and divine enthusiasm. Go forward, breathing your truth into this world. Thank you so much.
Ooh, how delicious was that, eh? Ooh, I don't know about you, I'm all floaty. I have to, yeah. Oh, thank you so much. That was, I don't really have words, so I'm just going to let that be. Let us just settle in. And I think each of our experience is unique to ourselves, and we can perhaps share about it at coffee, but just allowing yourself to feel that. And now is our time where we give thanks. So how appropriate is that? We give thanks for being together, for having this space, for the music, for on the other 3 Sundays of the month, we face the other way, and we have our band bring mostly original music from Anthony Burbidge, and so I invite you to come and enjoy that as well as we there. So as we do that, coming together here, it does take all our energy, collective energy, to bring this and make this happen, both in the form of our time, our talent, but also our treasure. So if you would like to make a donation today, there are forms there, and if you're new with us, please be sure to put your address on it if you would like a receipt. But what we're going to do is actually ask Doug to come up and play Give with an Open Heart, and we will sing that as we have our love offering this morning. Oh, and what page is it on? That's a good question. Hang on here. On our new fancy book. Anybody can get it faster than I can. Page 4, number 4 on your thing, and we'll sing that together. Do you need it?
All right. Well, that was awesome. Thanks, Teresa. I'm with Katie. I'm about half here, half somewhere else. But yeah, what day is this? All right. So give with an open heart. You guys have got your books together, and let's just make it happen. I'm gonna give. Sorry, never mind. That's what happens when you're only halfway here. Don't actually need to keep going. Give with an open heart. I'm gonna give with an open heart. I'm grateful for this moment. I am grateful for my life. open heart. All right.
Thank you, Doug. Thank you, everyone. Please have a seat. And we'll just let Claude bless our offering.
Together, I invite you to affirm together our abundance affirmation. Divine love me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you all.
And we have the prayer box here for anyone that would like to put their prayers in. You can also call our prayer line at 1-800-NOW-PRAY. And we're praying this month for Unity of Vancouver, Unity York Region Study Group. We have a couple of upcoming events before we let you know what that's happening. Next week is Reverend Doug Craig, and he'll be speaking on I surrender and I let go. We have a new theme. What's our theme next month? Release. Ooh, that's a goodie. We have that. We'd like also to draw your attention that on our newsletter, those of you get the newsletter. And if you aren't, please sign up because there's all kinds of wonderful things that come on it. And right now, there's a link to the World Day of Prayer that happened in September. There is a link there so that you can go back and be part of that experience and listen to it. It's very inspiring. I really encourage you to do that. And on November 9th, we're going to be having a fireside chat. So plan to stay a little bit later on November 9th. We'll tell you more about that, as it will also be our potluck Sunday. Thank you all for coming this morning. We're going to have a little music on our way out. The broadcast may go off before we are done, but I invite you all to stay here together in fellowship. Let's stand up. Are we going to do Let's Stand there?
We're going to stand.
All right.
And how about one more hand for Teresa? All right, and we're going to finish off with Stand. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now. All right. And look at that new world we just made full of all those smiling faces.
So please stay and join us for conversations that matter with people who care.
So enjoy the coffee.